most of us live in a constant low level of anxiety. Waking up in the morning, what am I doing? Oh God, another Monday morning, another 5 days ahead of me, or whatever. And this low level of anxiety is really at the core of our search for liberation. Even the understanding, is there actually a way out? Huh? Who doesn't want to be happy? We all want to be happy. Yeah?
It's the search.
It's the search. And that it's really the search for contentment, happiness. Of course, when we say happiness, it's not this the spaced out happiness. It's this inner deep contentment. We call it moksha, freedom. Freedom from suffering. And how do you get this freedom? To actually understand without any doubt who you are, who you actually really are. That is again philosophy. Once you know the oneness that you are, anxiety stops. So this is actually the search we're on, and everybody more or less has the same question and the same search. We're just looking at the wrong direction.
Tell me again what this question is that we have.
It's the meaning for life. What is the meaning? Where I need to go? We have basically three major ways of distracting ourselves. The first one, most of us, we search in happiness in objects. A bigger car makes me happy. A new relationship makes me happy. More money will make me happy. Even though nearly everybody, if you ask them, they know that more money will not make you happy. Otherwise, every rich people would just smile, relax, and be a very, very nice person. Or we look in power. We politicians or in big organizations. So you think, if I have power over people, then I will be happy. Another illusion. And then there's a third one. This is more the hedonistic approach that is mostly done by young people. I'll die anyway one day. Let's party. Let's. I don't care.
Yeah.
In all three ways, we try to avoid looking in, where actually the answer is. It is already within us. But we need to train our mind. We need to train our intellect to understand this. This is, you might say, philosophy, or this is just a natural human search. So I don't see it as separate from life. I don't see that this search only can happen in ashrams.
So from a beginner's perspective, if I were to begin a journey of exploring philosophy and educating myself, what are some things that I could do?
Okay, now it gets practical.
Yeah.
I make it quite simple. 5 steps.
Yes.
And I just briefly explain them to you. The first one is, if you can maintain a healthy body. You have pain in your body, if you smoke, if you take drugs, you cloud your mind, it is so much harder to be disciplined. So, healthy body. Secondly, is live an ethical life. In yoga we have the yamas and niyamas. In Christianity we have some of the 10 commandments. In Buddhism we have the 8 noble truths, and so on. So treat others like you want to be treated in order to create a quiet mind. Because if you be honest, if you don't hurt anybody, if you don't steal, if you take responsibility for your life and so on, your mind becomes quieter.
Yep.
Thirdly, karma yoga. This is probably one of the most misunderstood of the whole 5. That you do an action, but you understand, in a way, surrender to the outcome of your action. It's not in your control. And think about it. You can do everything in a nice way, and then something comes in its way. And you have no idea how to control it, because it is not in your control. And if you live that attitude of karma yoga, of not understanding that the actions are not in the outcome of your actions are not in your hand, you relax.
You relax.
This is at the bottom. You relax. If there's no more fear, you relax.
Yeah.
The fourth one is meditation, a form of being able to control the mind. Patanjali says a continuous flow of attention to a single object. That you can actually be able to just sit. That you be able to just sit here and hear the sounds, feel the breeze, and your mind is slowly calming down. All these 4 steps so far are great. You have a healthy body, you live an ethical life, you're a good person. You understand that the outcome of your actions are not in your hands, so you relax, you surrender, and you are able to focus your mind. Now, without the 5th, all of this makes you a good person. Great, but it doesn't set you free, because you need the 5th. And the 5th is, you need to know where you're going. You need knowledge. It's sort of like standing in front of a big jungle or rainforest, and there's a temple in there, and you have everything sort of with you, you have walking boots and mozzies spraying, and you stand there, but you don't have a map. And that map, in a way, is knowledge. You need to know where you're going. And in order to really get the knowledge and imbibe, understand, manifest the knowledge, you need a teacher. And I often make it clear, it doesn't mean you shave your hair and change your name and live in an ashram. I had 6 teachers in my lives, and they all helped me tremendously. The unfortunate thing is these days there are a lot of charlatans, self-made teachers. So
Right.
I'm often suggesting, when people say, "Oh, how do I find a teacher?" Find a teacher with a lineage. The truth is one. It has been discovered thousands of years ago. It's nothing new. If somebody claims, "Oh, I found the truth and it's unique," no, it's not. It's very, very ordinary. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Oh yeah, sorry. The teacher needs to have a teaching. There are a lot of teachers who don't have a teaching. The teaching is, why is your heart closed? Why is my mind busy? What is a thought? Why do I believe a thought? Is this thought actually real? You can climb a mountain from many different levels. Some are long, some are very difficult, and so on.
What's the payoff? Why? There's many things I can do in my life. I can spend.
It's a good question. Somebody asked me that as well. Why do I meditate? It's boring. I'm sitting here, for 15 minutes, closing my eyes. I mean, I can do a tax return. I can, I don't know what, Why doing this? Now, this is the question most often asked by young people.
Oh, good. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, you should take it as a compliment, because you haven't suffered enough.
Interesting.
Now, this question comes up when life is not going according to your plans, when you don't get what you want. If you are brought up in a middle class thing, I call it the Goldilocks way, not too hot, not too cold. So just the middle. It might take a while. Maybe the first divorce, maybe the first announcement of sickness, maybe some death in your family, financial worries, when you start actually questioning life. And when you start questioning life, you want an answer. And this answer you don't find, you could say, in the world, because you cannot find it outside yourself. And we can explain it, why that is not possible. This is where you need knowledge. That's where you need the path. To really see that what you perceive is actually not ultimately real. Now we can go into a whole thing here. So why would you go there? Because there is a stirring in your heart that life is much more than what you
perceive. And typically those questions happen after some level of suffering.
And then why? Because you want to be happy.
It comes back to this
yes.
search.
That's right.
Great. Deep. I love it. Well, hopefully this is a good,
Yes.
a good start. And you have a business as well that you run, Pujan.
Yes,
Yoga?
it's www.pujanyoga.com,
.com.
and this is how you can contact me.
Thank you. Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
And Nana, maybe you want to just do one more outro with this view, because